What's going on, everybody? Tfu's back again. This is part 5. We are in the schoolhouse over here in Goodsprings, and we're about to open up the safe and crack our first little combination here. Alright, let's just go in here. And this is our first one, so let's see what do we got to do. Apply torque with the screwdriver to a bobby pin. Okay, so we're basically just using... yeah. Okay. Don't force it unless you have a real good chance, and good thing that I saved it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using the mouse right now to move this thing around, and I don't really like, whatever. Nope, not like that. There we go. I have a feeling that that's going to be a lot harder than using the sticks. Let's see what we want here. Of course, all of it. You know, we're just gonna take it all, and if we don't want it later, we can just figure that out. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, and this thing's broken, I guess. Can't fix it. And I think I already looked in there. So, we are on our way out of here. We have had enough of this place, and we don't want to return. There's really no need to return back there ever. Unless they implemented something that maybe someone's hiding out in there, but I really don't think they did. Alright, here we go. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to add a tiny bit of life to myself. There's probably somewhere around here that I could do it for free, but whatever. Oh, you know what, actually? I'm not going to do that, because I'm actually going to go to Sunny Smiles, and she's going to teach me how to make the healing powder myself. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're basically going back to Sunny Smiles, and she is a survivalist, obviously. She lives in Goodsprings, which is a small town. You know, you have to be on your toes. She teaches you how to do the healing powder, which I said in a previous video is from Fallout 2. The shaman, actually, in the original Arroyo Village, gave that to you. Or showed you how to do it, or whatever you want to say. But she's going to teach us how to make this healing powder. And healing powder is a nice little trail thing, because whenever you come across a guy or a Brockflower or Xanderu, which weigh virtually nothing, I think they weigh like 0.1 each. So if you had 10 of them, you'd make like a pound of weight on you. Whenever you see them, you just pick them up, and then when you get the chance, or you come across a fire or something like that, you just make a whole bunch of them, and then later on, they do come in handy, actually. They don't weigh much either themselves, so that's always a good thing, too. Alright, we're going to talk to her.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine.
So she's telling me, yep,
all right,
you
now,
did the right thing.
We're going to be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Alright, now so survival is a skill that requires a campfire, and I believe that later on you can get a perk that makes it so that maybe it's like if you sleep that you can do, or if there's a campfire you can also sleep. I think that's what it is. But we're going to activate this. Right now, as you can see, right here, it tells you how much survival you need to make that. So right now we have 16, and the healing powder requires nothing because it's basically just a starter thing for people who haven't played the game. They need another source of healing. Also, it kind of points you in the right direction to probably want to save stuff, make it so, you know, someone looks at this, okay, yo, I picked up a Nuka-Cola Victory earlier, now I just need some vodka. And they'll go in over to the bar, they'll steal some vodka or buy some vodka if they want to. You know, these get a little bit more in depth. Like, the great part about these ones, okay, if you normally eat a bighorner steak or a bloatfly steak or whatever you want to call it, you're going to get a negative on your major skill, like negative to strength, -1 to strength or something like that. When you cook the food, it takes that away, and it actually makes it a hell of a lot better. It makes the food more, and as you can see right here, the bloatfly slider, we can actually do water. It actually takes away water too, because you're adding in the prickly pear fruit. You know, it makes it a little bit harder to do, but hey, you know, we take everything that we can get, like Brahmin steak. You know what I mean? Look at that. It actually adds +1 to strength. So this can come in handy. And as you can see, for these ones right here, you don't even need that much. You need about 35, 25, you know, 25. Look at this. Jalapenos usually take away water, I believe. So this is actually giving you water. That's pretty good. All right, so we've had enough. We'll look at those later. So we're gonna make a healing powder. And how do I make? Accept A. There we go.
Hey, that's not bad.
See, what do you think?
All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes
That's
it
right.
won't be a campfire.
And we're
you
actually
need.
going to add
Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe.
survival.
Important thing
just
to get
because
is it's all the
it
same
does
idea.
really help us.
You
like,
just need to find the
I
right
go
place
around,
to set up shop.
I basically fill
Workbench
up
or reloading
until
bench,
my
whatever.
inventory is completely
Well,
full,
I
and
hope
then
that's
I'll
enough to
return
get you
to a
started.
town.
I'm heading
Only
back
in
now.
dire need do I ever
Hope
like
I didn't miss
go
anything good on the
back
jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor.
before.
Trudy, she's the
sorry, I was
bartender
just
up at the
listening to her
Prospector.
talk.
Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say
Yeah,
hi.
she's telling me to go talk to the bartender. She's an old lady. We're gonna do that though. That sounds like fun. Let's put away this gun here on the way it travels back. Using that handy Q button to make myself auto run. And we remember these guys and that poor lady. But that's okay. We're not really too worried about people who are unnamed because, well, why else? They're unnamed. They don't really matter. And I keep forgetting that if you press sideways in this, you stop running. So I'm going to have to just use the mouse. This is the main road that we're actually going to take. We're gonna head. I'll show you on the map here, actually, right now. Data. We'll go to the world map. Okay. So basically how this works is we're right here. This is like the long 15, I think it's called. And Vegas is right here. Okay. So what we'll probably end up doing, and this is called Black Mountain right here. Like I know it just because I've played the game. Along this road is Sloan, I believe. I believe this is a quarry right here. Sloan is right there. So basically, these are the outskirts of Vegas, and then Vegas is going to be inside. That's where we're ultimately headed after we do some questing, because we want to get items first. We want to be able to have some money, because it either is going to cost us $2,000 or $500 to get into Vegas. What you got to do is you actually have to show you have a credit check in the very beginning. Not everyone can even get into Vegas. The credit check right off the bat is 2,000 credits. So if you have 2,000 money on you, then you're going to be able to be let in. If you go to these guys named Mick and Ralph, and they're actually like kind of like the Pawn Stars, if you will, of New Vegas, they will actually sell you a counterfeit passport, which is going to cost you $500. And now let's listen to this, guys.
Go over soon. I'm going to get my friends, and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
That's Joe Cobb. He is an escaped convict from the jail that's close by. And basically, he's a powder ganger. Powder gangers are actually going to be the very first faction that will start to hate me. And the reason being is, quite frankly, they're terrible. They are no-nonsense convicts that use explosives, aka the name powder gangers. And they're just not very good. They're not a very big faction at all either. And, you know, it's just, it's not worth my time to join them because the benefits do not outweigh the disadvantages in the terms of the powder gangers. So what I'm going to do is when we come back, I'm going to talk to Trudy here, the bartender. I'll probably fix her radio, and then we'll get a quest from her to do some boring thing that the people of Good Springs, being the pussies that they are, just can't do themselves. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.